Welcome again, Pontiac High School. This is part 2 of our lesson on the National Legislature, or lesson 3-1B. Last time we were together, we looked at the idea that our legislature was our first branch of government, and the reason why we have a bicameral Congress, the historical reasons, the practical reasons, the theoretical reasons, and a flaw in that system. Today we're moving on to talk about those representatives, beginning with a discussion of their terms and sessions. I apologize for the formatting error there. The U.S. Constitution has determined the times in which Congress must meet to work on legislation, to work on those laws. It's right in the Constitution. And they're broken down into what we call terms and sessions. Terms of Congress last 2 years. Okay, a term of Congress is 2 years, and begin after each congressional election. Congressional elections are held in November, and the term of Congress begins in early January of the following year. Now, Congress is currently in, it says the 112th term right there. It's quite a bit beyond that now. I think we're in the 116th Congress now, since it was created in 1789. So Congress has been going for a while now, and it has 2-year terms. Now, a session is just 1 year. And the session of Congress begins each year on the 3rd of January. It's slightly different. If the 3rd of January comes on on a Sunday, they bump it to the 4th. But generally speaking, the 3rd of January is when a session of Congress begins. The session lasts until both houses agree to adjourn for the year. Now, this can be just a few months, and historically it was frequently just a few months. Members of Congress wanted to get home for summer planting season, back when most people worked on farms. However, as our economy changed and as our government became bigger and its responsibilities became bigger, typically sessions now last an entire year, and they'll go until mid-December. There may be instances where Congress has gotten a lot done and they might adjourn around the time of Thanksgiving, but
I tried to leave your room the way I found it.
Thanks. Apologize for that interruption. The sessions might end a little bit earlier. It might end in late November, but you're really never going to see a session of Congress end before late November. There are, however, things called special sessions. A special session is when the President of the United States needs Congress to meet. They've got an important pressing issue, and Congress has already adjourned for the year. Let's say Congress did adjourn at Thanksgiving, so in late November, but then something significant were to happen, a stock market crash happens the very next week. The president might call a special session of Congress, get everybody to come back, and therefore they could all work on that issue and solve that issue together. This hasn't been done since 1948, and largely it hasn't happened since 1948 because Congress works most of the year anyway, so we wouldn't need a special session. This was more designed for when Congress adjourned in April and May, but if something happened in August, the president would need them back. All right, so that is all for this lesson. Please do make sure that you are completing your quizzes that come along with this. And thank you for watching today's lesson.